This is Wake Up Classy 97, the podcast, a replay of today's full show.
It's Josh and Chantel, and it's Tuesday, October 15th. Today on the show, a free diver survived a shark attack.
Yeah, don't free dive. What are we doing?
I am the youngest sibling and therefore the funniest for sure.
According to
Me and my sister.
But your brother still hasn't chimed in?
Has yet to chime in.
Yeah, he's smart.
People need to wash their hands.
No kidding.
Josh won his fantasy football matchup and isn't allowed to be excited about it.
I got a little excited. Just a tiny bit, and that was too much for you.
No. That's not. No. You're allowed to be excited.
It didn't feel like you wanted me to be excited. It feels like you want me to just be shamed about even in playing the game.
Bro. I've learned how bright the sun actually is. The salmon dinner was delicious, even if I had to eat it by myself.
That was your choice.
Rainbow Brite is coming back, and Josh is just as excited about it now as he was when it was new the first time. Ramen burritos sound interesting and delicious.
Oh, hey, by the way, I'm not excited about Rainbow Brite. And yeah, I am excited about ramen burritos.
There's a new turkey in town.
Okay. There's a new turkey in town. Tell me about it.
I will. Listen to the podcast.
Okay.
I may have found a new career path, and aliens might be real.
We'll find out soon. They said they found it.
What?
I don't know. That's what they said. Hey, thanks for checking out the show. You can hear it live every weekday morning on Classy 97 and on the free Classy 97 app. You just download that in your app store. If you're new to the podcast, welcome. Hi. We hope you subscribe wherever you listen and rate the show because that helps us grow. And we are now on YouTube. So if you want to see some of what goes on behind the scenes, maybe you want to see some of our silly life outside of the studio, you can search out Classy 97 KLCE or just search Wake Up Classy 97 on YouTube and subscribe today. There's that line there at the end.
Now, on with today's show.
Good job.
I didn't see it. I had to scroll down.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Ew. Ick. Blech.
What? Ew.
It's National Mushroom Day.
Oh,
Blech.
mushrooms are delicious.
Ew. Blech. Ick.
I don't think that you're allowed to say that because
Blech.
you haven't even eaten any.
Blech.
Mushrooms
Mushroom
are
day.
delicious,
Blech.
especially when covered in butter
Blech.
or stuffed with something.
Ugh.
Cream cheese or sausage or cheese. Or,
Yuck.
No, you're so wrong.
That's a fun way to start the show. Good morning. It's
Good
Josh
morning.
and Chantel. It is National Chicken Cacciatore Day.
I've never had
well.
chicken cacciatore. You don't even know what that tastes like either.
No, I don't. It looks okay. It's hand washing day. Please wash your hands.
No.
We went through a whole time period where we had to teach people how to wash your hands. I think a bunch of you have forgotten. Wash your hands.
I don't think any of them ever learned.
There's nothing, there are many things worse than, but in the moment, there's nothing worse than going into a restroom, waiting in line behind someone, getting in front of the porcelain, and then watching them walk out.
Oh.
And I go, dude, get it back in here and wash your hands. Disgusting.
You should
humans.
call him out.
I should.
You
hey,
should.
Wash your
Hey.
hands.
Sicko.
I should start getting more vocal about it. What are they going to do? Feel ashamed, I hope. Wash your hands. Hey, it's National Dance Movement Therapy Advocacy Day.
You quickly
Movement therapy.
changed from mad to hey.
Yeah.
Smooth operator.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
What was that you just said? I was
I know. National Dance and Movement Therapy Advocacy Day.
Yes.
Movement therapy.
Movement is so good.
Yeah,
I
right?
like moving.
Mm-hmm.
I like dancing in the kitchen. It's therapeutic.
It is absolutely.
For sure.
Cheese curds today. Shawarma
cheese curds.
today.
Shawarma.
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 Shawarma. So good.
Roast pheasant day. I'm going to tell you, I've never seen a cooked pheasant.
No.
Does not look like a chicken.
No. I don't want to eat it.
All right. Let's see. What is International Day of Rural Women? Untold strength emanates from quiet landscapes where resilient women shape narratives weaving the fabric of endurance. International Day of Rural Women.
Okay.
And then a beautiful poem about them. Man.
Is there a day for urban women? I'm neither. I don't feel like
You're not rural or urban?
Any of these
What
categories.
Are you?
I'm just an in-between woman.
What are you? National In-Between Woman Day.
National doesn't know where to go, woman.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
National Grouch Day.
No grouch. No grouch days.
Grouchy. How about White Cane Safety Day? The blind and near blind use these long white canes to feel objects and to signal others that they are visually impaired. You can help raise safety awareness for them. It's White Cane Safety Day.
Okay.
And that's what I know.
That's the days.
Yep.
Have some chicken cacciatore with some mushrooms. Be sure to wash your hands afterward. Follow it up with some cheese curds and some roast pheasant and tell a rural woman how glad you are to have her.
I think I married a rural woman.
I'm not rural. No.
Where are you from?
Listen, I
Where
know we live in a rural.
No, not now. Where are you from?
From Burley.
Rural woman.
I understand that, but I would classify a rural woman as somebody who works and lives on a farm. I've never done that. I don't want chickens. I don't want to milk a cow.
You don't even want to try?
No.
Why?
Because I just don't. That's not for me. Like I said, I'm not that person.
That stool, the bucket.
Yeah, that's a rural woman. That's not me. I grew up in a regular house. No animals. A dog and a cat. End of animals.
Pretty rural.
It's not.
Good morning. It's Josh and Chantel.
Listen to this story.
Okay.
A guy named Angus.
What is he from AC/DC?
No. He was free diving in shallow water off a French Polynesian island.
All right, free diving scares me.
I don't even necessarily know what that is.
Really deep scuba diving, no scuba gear.
What? Why is he doing that?
Because people do this. People free climb stuff too. There was a guy who just free climbed the nose of whatever that mountain is. What's it called? The one, it doesn't matter.
Everest?
No.
Capitan? El Capitan?
Might have been.
I don't know. I'm just naming mountains. Mount Bora?
No. But you can just hike up Bora until you get to Chicken Out Ridge, and then you're in trouble. But no, he free climbed the face of that mountain with no ropes, no harness,
insane.
just his own strength.
Those free climbers are
free diving's just as crazy. It's just underwater, big fins, huge flippers. Anyway,
bro. Okay, out of nowhere, he says, out of nowhere, you're in the ocean.
Out of the ocean.
It's gonna come from in the ocean.
Yeah.
A 7-foot gray reef shark appeared and clamped its jaws on Angus's arm. Just bit down hard. He's 20 years old, Angus is. He fought off the shark by stabbing it in the gills using a 4-inch knife that he had for cutting dive lines.
Yeah, so when you free dive, you run like a weighted rope of sorts, a dive line, from your vessel down, so you have a thing to hold on to. You have a tether. Yeah.
Okay.
So that you don't, so he's hooked to that. So in case you get entangled, you have a knife to be able to cut yourself free so you don't get stuck.
Okay. So stabs the shark. He manages to swim back to his boat, and he tied his goggles around his arm to make a makeshift tourniquet because he was bleeding so hard. Because he had just been bitten by a shark.
This is a wild ride.
I told you. And then he said, if I hadn't blocked the shark with my arm, like he
put his arm up, it would have gone
for his neck, and then he would have been done so. He was
Dunzo. Sure.
All right.
That's official diagnosis. This guy's Dunzo.
He was rushed to a hospital in Tahiti where he went a 6-hour surgery and doctors found a tooth embedded in his arm.
Well, he gets a trophy.
Put
that on a necklace.
He wears it as an earring.
Just one?
Well, there was only one.
No, just one earring?
Yeah.
I would have done a necklace.
No, he wears an earring. Honestly, and this is going to sound so dumb, the shark tooth doesn't look that big.
So shark regrow teeth.
Uh-huh.
Nonstop.
Okay.
They lose teeth, they grow new teeth all the time.
Okay.
It could have been a newer tooth. It could have been a not mature tooth.
That's possible because it's a little bit small. I'm just saying, what you crying about?
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. This guy, not only did he not see the shark coming, he didn't see you coming with the attitude about it. Holy cow. Nobody could have predicted that. This guy was just trying to enjoy his hobby, and you're over here going like, whatever. Tiny shark. 7 foot. No big deal. Next time, find a great white.
Exactly. Yeah.
No. This poor guy.
No, he free dives. He doesn't care. He's tough. He doesn't care what I have
I'm
to
glad
say.
he survived.
Yeah, he's
it
fine.
wasn't Dunzo. That's the big deal.
He's alive, so.
Very good. I'm glad he's all systems go instead of Dunzo. That's great. This story is about a woman from Louisiana.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And her name is Blair Whipp. WHIPP.
Okay.
Blair Whipp.
Whip.
Mm-hmm. 20-year veteran of the Army and National Guard, which is pretty awesome. And following her years of service, Blair struggled with depression and PTSD. That quickly went away in 2020 when an organization called Two Vets on a Mission paired her up with a service dog named Lakota.
Okay.
And the two immediately clicked. And Blair said that she became my partner in my recovery, and I knew that I could lean on her when times were tough. But then one day last year, Lakota got out of the yard and was gone.
No.
And Blair said, it sent me into another state of depression because I lost my best friend and I didn't know how to handle that. She was such an important part of my recovery, and I didn't know if I could get through it without her. Well, last month, as Louisiana was preparing for the arrival of Hurricane Francine, Lakota was found by the Port Bar Police Department, and they scanned her microchip and turned up Blair's information. But she was in really bad shape. She needed some expensive vet treatments before she could go home. She was not good.
Lakota, where have you been?
I don't know. Lakota's been on an adventure, but a generous veterinarian heard the story, offered to treat Lakota for free. She had to have some surgery. She had to have a bunch of treatments. She was in the vet for a while.
Okay.
And Lakota was given a clean bill of health and is finally back home with Blair. And Blair said, everybody has been so loving and caring toward both of us. I could not have asked for anything more. It's such a wild tale to go from, I have been in the service for 20 years. I'm retired. I've got some PTSD. I've got some depression I'm dealing with. An organization says, let's pair you up with a service animal. You fall in love.
Yeah.
Lakota gets away.
Yeah.
A hurricane's a-coming, and they find a stray dog. Happens to be Lakota. And then needs vet treatments, and now is back. Like, what a roller coaster of things to have happen. Lakota, stay in the yard. You
Lakota, stop running away.
Right? Like, rule number one.
Stay close.
So, all good in the end here, because it is good news to get you going. But what a ride we went on. I'm glad Blair and Lakota are back together. That's good news. So, good news to get you going.
You have a younger sister.
I do have a younger sister. That is a fact.
An older sister and an older brother.
Right, because you're the baby.
I'm the baby.
Right, and I'm the older sibling.
Well, a 2015 study out of the UK.
That's real current.
It's real timely.
Yeah, real current. What are you looking through the Internet Archives? What are you doing? Here's a 9-year-old survey. Go on with your 9-year-old data.
It's still relevant today. I think if they did this survey again today, they would find the same information.
I don't know.
Yeah. They found that the funniest family member is the youngest sibling.
I don't know about that.
That's true in my family, for sure.
For sure. So, did they only ask younger siblings?
No.
Because I feel like this was a survey of youngest siblings. Who's the funniest? And they went, me. Because I'm the baby.
You can ask my siblings. They'll tell you that I'm the funniest.
I bet they won't.
Will. I bet so. I'm going to ask them right now.
Okay, you do that.
What time is it? It's
doesn't
still kind of
matter.
early.
It's 7 o'clock. They should be up and about.
They should be up and about. They've got jobs and kids.
That's what I'm saying. Send a text. Say, hey, for the show, I need to know who's the funniest of the three of us.
What would you think is the funniest between you and your sister?
Come on. Did they ask only the older siblings? Because they're going to get the same answer. It's me. I'm the oldest.
No. My siblings, I'm here to tell you, are going to say me.
I'm waiting for it.
I know. Well, I have to keep talking on the radio, too.
No, I know. We'll just sit here.
Sit in silence.
And wait for them to reply. No, I know. I just want you to actually do the texting.
I am.
And you're sending a message to both of them right now.
Yes.
Of the three of us, who's the funniest?
Okay.
It's for the show. I need to know ASAP. And then...
Of the three of us, who is the funniest?
I bet each one of them claims that they are themselves the funniest.
They won't.
They won't? How could they? I'm the baby.
It's me. They'll say me.
You think?
I already said for sure.
No, I heard what you said.
The study also said that the youngest is more easygoing and relaxed, which I disagree with. I'm not easygoing or relaxed. I would like to be, but no, I'm too high strung to be relaxed.
Calm down. You know? What are you all excited about?
My sister said me.
Your sister said, quote.
She said you.
Quote, you.
Yes.
Okay.
See? I told you.
That's one. You still have to wait for the other one.
Okay, I'm waiting.
All right. We'll have to update that later. Thank you for your 9-year-old data.
It's still...
Yeah, baby.
It's still relevant.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Congratulations on being the funniest in your family.
My sister said me, like me as in Chantel.
Yeah.
And then my brother, and then she said, I'm not funny.
Oh, and she's the oldest. That's too bad.
Well, the oldest had to just be responsible. They had to take a lot of responsibility.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. I mean,
They weren't allowed to be funny.
No, that's right. You can't. You've got responsibilities.
You
Get
got
to work.
things to do.
Yeah, grab a shovel and go dig another hole.
But Chantel's not doing anything.
Yeah, she's the baby.
I gotta work on my jokes.
Oh, man.
What's something that instantly disgusts you? If you see somebody doing something or you see something, you're like, ugh.
I'm not a big fan of smokers.
Okay.
Near an entrance where I need to walk.
Okay.
That one's not good.
Okay.
I would also say the same about in a vehicle in general, but in a vehicle with children, not high on my list.
Those are good.
Yeah.
Good ones.
I'm trying to think of others, but right off the top of my head, that's some solid in consideration.
Well, because today is hand washing day.
Yeah.
Global hand washing day.
Sure.
You mentioned it this morning. Does that disgust you? When you see people leave the restroom without washing their hands?
Yeah, that's awful.
It's pretty gross.
Yeah.
Some admitted in a recent poll, only 89% of people said that I wash my hands. That leaves
only 89%. 11% of people are like, nah, I'm good.
Don't need it. Don't eat it.
Those 11% of people are disgusting human beings and need to go wash their hands.
How
and you
about-
know who you are, and go wash your hands right now.
Mm-hmm. How about, here's some really gross things.
Oh, no. What?
Long toenails
Yeah, I know our daughter, not a fan.
of long toenails.
Not a fan of long toenails. She says you got to go trim your dogs.
Or crusty feet.
Yeah, I got to deal with that.
How about if you're swimming and you see a Band-Aid
That's
in the
real
pool?
gross.
Ugh.
Why do you pick the earliest part of the morning? You pick breakfast time to talk about some
Sorry.
awful things.
Sorry.
Like floating Band-Aids. Or sunken Band-Aids, for that matter.
Yeah,
Ugh.
just Band-Aids in general. If you
Communal pool Band-Aid.
If you see a random Band-Aid anywhere, in the pool, on the street, ooh, it's all bad. Random.
Chewed gum, people leave that around.
Yeah.
Like, don't do that.
Don't do that.
That's not cool.
If you're feeling under a table and you feel gum.
Or a rail. Or if you see it in a parking lot. Like, did that fall out of your head? Pick it up.
There's the flossers. You know those plastic flossers?
Yes, I do.
You
Those are all
see
over
those
the place.
everywhere.
I don't throw mine all around. I use them, but I put them in the garbage. I don't throw them all around the parking lots. Apparently, that's what you're supposed
Apparently,
to do.
that's what everybody does.
Yeah, throw it on the ground.
When I see those are pretty gross.
Quit littering. It's gross.
Also disgusting.
Yep.
Littering
Mm-hmm.
Littering is also disgusting.
Yep.
Food splatters in the microwave. That's gross.
Again,
I don't like
communal
that.
microwave. Look, if it's your own house, that's your own business. That's your own microwave juice. But if you're at a work facility, clean up after
Clean
yourself.
up after yourself. Ooh.
If I go open that up to heat up my leftovers and someone's spaghetti went in the microwave,
Mhm.
come on.
It's gross.
Yeah,
And then I feel like your spaghetti's going to fall into my leftovers.
there's a good chance. A chunk of some stranger meat might fall
Ugh.
onto your
Stop.
onto your food.
No, I am actually disgusted.
Because I said stranger meat.
Ooh.
Someone's exploded ravioli meat.
Someone's
It's on the
leftover.
inside of your microwave.
Ew. Microwaved leftover stranger meat.
Yeah.
Gross.
But you don't know if that was today, if it was a couple of days
Exactly.
ago,
Exactly.
in a month.
Or what kind of meat it is. Is
Yeah.
this chicken? Is
Who
this
knows?
pork? Is this beef?
It's brown. Ugh.
You're right. It's too early for
Yeah,
this.
I don't know why you do this.
Your emotions yesterday were kind of up and down. It was a little bit of a roller coaster. I felt like I was on.
Why?
Because of your fantasy football team. You were losing in a very big way, and you were cranky about it.
Look, that was more so over the weekend because I spent a lot of time trying to get my team put together. I've rebuilt my team a handful of times. We're on week 5 or something?
Uh-huh.
And
Yes. Week 6.
Week 6. And I feel like the fact that I was able to squeeze a win in last night is incredible.
Okay. But my point is that you were cranky and upset about it all weekend. It affected your mood so much.
Because it's frustrating.
Because it's just a silly little game, Josh. It's just a silly little game
It's frustrating.
that you
game.
have no control over.
I do, because I fill out my roster with the players that I want. I'm
And
blown
then-
away that I was able to pull it off.
And then you win. And your mood just shifted
No.
so much.
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did.
I said I'm blown away that I pulled off a win.
But you were so happy about it.
I wasn't running around the house doing the gritty like somebody I know. I wasn't over the moon elated about it. I was surprised, obviously a little excited, but I wasn't rubbing it in everybody's face like someone I know.
I don't know who you're talking about.
I'll give you one guess.
Who?
Who? Come on. So yeah, I'm blown away because here's what happened. My tight end got hurt in the first few minutes of the game. 0 points from my tight end. And I went, you've got to be kidding me. And then that happened on Sunday. And then Beck, who I'm playing against, our son, he was like, yeah, man, you just have really bad luck.
You really
do. You just have like this injury curse, whatever. And I wasn't excited about it. I was really bummed out. And then another one of my players went questionable in his game, and I went, what is going on? So it's been really frustrating to try to put together this team. But we performed. We made it happen. And Mojo Dojo Casa House is now 3-3.
Good job.
I have a 1-game winning streak. I was on a 3-game losing streak. So, yeah, I think I have a little bit of a right to be a little bit excited.
No, I'm not saying that you can't be excited.
It feels kind of like you were like, whoa, tone down the excitement.
No. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is when you're cranky about losing, that's got to stop.
It's not fun.
I know it's not fun.
Lose 3 weeks in a row. See how you feel there, Gritty.
I'm 4-2.
Yeah, you lost this week.
I know.
You're on a 1-game losing streak. Lose 2 more weeks in a row. Lose to everybody in the family for 3 games in a row. And then win one, and let's see how you feel.
You're such a bad loser.
Well, whatever. Whatever. It's not about bad loser. It's about constant loss. Like, good grief.
Well, then get a better team.
What do you think I've been doing for 6 weeks? Sitting around? What I like is players have been injured and fallen off. I got rid of them. I brought on new players.
Yeah.
And no one knows what players in our league are still available or not because I've recycled so many.
Yeah. I have no idea who's on your team anymore.
Up, Beck goes, didn't you have him? Don't you have him? Is he on your bench? And I went, no, I dropped him 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, because you've changed players so many times. If you were a coach for a real team, you would have been fired by now.
No, that's how fantasy works.
No, I know, but I'm saying because you've lost so much, they would have been like, we got to get this guy out of here.
No, they'd hire me to be the Bengals coach.
Oh.
Hey, hey, good morning.
Hey, I had to get some dilated pupils yesterday.
Yeah, you had the coolest sunglasses in the whole wide world.
Everybody has those sunglasses. Here's what's hilarious to me is she dilates my pupils and then she hands me some paperwork and she says, I know that it's kind of hard to see this because of your dilated pupils. And I said, no, I can see it just fine. Looking at everything just fine. And I'm sitting in the office going, are my pupils even dilated? The lights were on. I'm like, this is nothing. I got this. Checking out. Going to the lobby where it's a little bit brighter. I'm like, I got this. And then she says to the receptionist, she's going to need some sunglasses. Mm-hmm. And I'm in my head going, I don't need those. I'll take them, but they're not needed. I honestly don't think my pupils are dilated. And then
you didn't think they were.
No.
So when you were given the really cool wraparound plastic glasses,
yes.
You did not put them on before you went outside?
No.
You just went outside?
Yeah.
How'd that go?
I almost stepped off the curb because I was like, I can't see anything.
Well, that's neat.
Yeah, I thought I was so cool.
So then you put those on,
mm-hmm.
And then I arrived later to see you with those on. Looking stylish, by the way.
Well, I got home and I went to take out the dog. I took the sunglasses off because I'm fine inside. I took them off and then I went to take out the dog. And immediately I go outside. I can't see.
So you did it to yourself multiple times.
Yes. And I had a hoodie that had a hood on it. And I put the hoodie over my face to kind of block some of the sun so that I could see where the dog's chain was. No. And the dog was like, what are you doing? She's looking at me going, why do you have that thing on your head?
Trying to find it?
I wasn't that blind.
You should have just worn the little cool glasses.
I know, but I had left them on the counter.
Oh, no. Can't go back in. Also, if you haven't seen the video of Chantel wearing these glasses, you got to go check it out. It's everywhere. Reels and YouTube and my TikTok. It's all over the place. So you can go and you can see Chantel.
Yeah.
Looking like Doc Brown.
Because you said, let's go get some lunch. And I said, well, I can't go in anywhere.
You could. You said you were good inside.
Fine.
I'm fine inside.
But then you have to walk into the place.
Looking cool. And then what was even cooler was that you put your regular glasses over the top of your cool wraparound sunglasses.
I had to see. I had to be able to actually see.
Right.
But then I had to block the sun's glare on my dilated pupils. Emery was not having any of it. She was disgusted by the whole thing.
She didn't want to be seen with you?
No.
What an embarrassment. I was cool hanging out with you. I thought you looked pretty rad. You looked like you were from the future.
Maybe I was.
You weren't. You were from the present. But you looked like you might have been from another timeline.
I looked pretty dope.
Where everybody has cool wraparound sunglasses. Like, look at me. So cool. Anyway. I thought it was fun.
It was.
I'm glad that your eyes, your pupils went back to normal. So can you imagine right now if you had that light in your face?
I'd be like this, just squinting.
Yeah. It was fun because in the car you took them off. Like, I can deal with this, and immediately regretted it. It was great. Multiple times you told yourself, I'm good, and you weren't. What did we learn?
I don't know.
Maybe when they hand you the sunglasses, use them.
I know.
Put them on. Look like a cool guy from the future.
I did. I followed instructions.
Eventually.
Only after I realized that I was wrong and they were right.
And then you made the mistake 4 more times. So you didn't learn anything. What are you talking about?
I made a delicious dinner last night. Salmon with some rice, and some green beans.
It was very delicious.
And pickled cucumbers.
Yeah.
It was so good.
I agree. I really liked it. The rice was good. The aioli was good. Or as they call it next door at the other station, they can't say aioli because they call it fancy mayonnaise.
That's what it is.
It's aioli.
But it's fancy mayonnaise.
It's aioli.
So I make it and I say, you were at Scouts.
Yeah.
And I say, oh, Emery, dinner's ready. What is it? I said, it's salmon. Ugh.
Yeah.
I go, it's delicious.
So
salmon
good.
is so good.
It had a glaze on it.
It did.
It was super good.
And so I ate it by myself at the kitchen table.
Mm-hmm.
A delicious dinner eaten by myself.
I got home and ate by myself. I mean, you were around the kitchen, but I did the same. And it was really good. Really good.
You come home and you said, did you eat already? I said, well, yeah. I had to eat it when it was warm.
Yeah.
And he said,
what's that like?
I didn't have an option. I just said, yeah, you didn't, but I did.
Right. Living with the youngest sibling is a challenge.
What was I supposed to do? Wait for you?
Yeah.
I didn't want to wait and eat at 9 o'clock.
Yeah. When I got to eat. But anyway, so you had it fresh and warm.
It was still warm when you got home.
I had it from the oven still warm.
Yeah, the oven was still warm.
No, I understand.
So I just put it in there to keep it toasty.
But a half hour earlier, I bet it was real nice and fresh. And
I bet it tastes exactly the same as when you had it.
Look, it was good. I'm not mad. I got a meal. I'm okay.
It was good.
Yeah, I know.
We had to eat it all alone, both of us.
I know.
Separately, eating dinner.
But that didn't have to be the case. We could have eaten together.
But I wanted it warm.
What is
the
head shake? But no, because I was hungry.
Exactly.
Yeah, me too. But I didn't have an option to stop what I was doing and eat.
I know, but the point is I did have the option, and I took the option of eating.
Yeah. And this is where I said, the younger sibling's a challenge.
No.
Yeah. No, because I'm in need. Take care of me. I'm the baby. Good grief.
You make me sound very selfish, and I am not.
I make you sound that way?
Yes.
Or your behavior projects selfishness?
No, whatever. I do so much for you. Don't even.
I didn't say you don't. I'm saying in this instance, it was very much a little sibling thing where you went, I'm hungry.
It was actually, honestly, because I would have happily waited for you, but I thought Emery was going to eat. And I know that I don't like to feed my child late at night because you don't typically get home till 9 o'clock.
I know.
I'm not going to have dinner ready to go at 9 o'clock.
I know.
So I made
It's
dinner
hard
for
on
my
Mondays.
daughter and myself.
Yeah.
And then she didn't want to eat it. So I said, cool, I'm going to eat by myself then.
Well, that's what happened. It's exactly what happened.
It is what happened.
Yep.
Shut it down.
Okay.
Rainbow Brite? Did you ever watch Rainbow Brite?
Did I ever watch Rainbow Brite?
Or were you too busy watching He-Man?
I was watching He-Man.
Lame.
And I was watching Mask. And I was watching...
Mask?
Yes.
What's Mask?
A different show that's not Rainbow Brite.
I don't know what Mask is. I know the Mask with Jim Carrey.
No.
And I know the Mask with Cher.
No, there was a cartoon called Mask in the 80s and a TV series and
I don't know what that show is. I've never seen that show in my life.
Listen, it's Secret Agents. It's Mask, Mask. And if you go through some of my childhood pictures, you'll see that I was Mask for Halloween.
Wow.
I was watching Mask.
Well, I was Rainbow Brite for Halloween.
Were you?
Yeah. Because was Mask fighting darkness and negativity with colored light and happiness?
Kind of. Mask consisted of several secret agents and is tasked with protecting the Earth from evil. They fight against the criminal group Venom, also an acronym, whose leader, Miles Mayhem, wants to achieve world domination. So, yeah, we both watched the same show.
We did. Just a little bit different. Mine was colorful.
So was mine. Look it up. Look up Mask, M.A.S.K.Mask.
I did.
Cartoon. It's colorful. It also has a bit of a Transformer vibe to it.
Yeah, I see that. Like I said, I've never seen that show in my life. What I have seen is Rainbow Brite. What I also know is that they're going to be rebooting Rainbow Brite.
Really?
They're going to make a feature film and a TV series.
Is that right?
Yeah. Are they doing that with Mask? No.
They might be.
No, because no one knows what that show is.
What? That's so rude.
If I say, do you know Rainbow Brite to a crowd of people, they'd say, oh, yeah, I've heard of her.
I say, oh, yeah, it was on right after Mask. You know?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So
you ever watch the Gummy Bears cartoon? That one was good.
That one was good.
And Ninja Turtles. I watched a ton of Ninja Turtles.
Meh. Crayola Studios and Hallmark are the ones bringing the Rainbow Brite movie.
Thundercats. Did you watch Thundercats?
Yes. I did.
Did you?
Yes.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah.
I've heard of it.
I watched a lot of Inspector Gadget.
Yeah. I couldn't get into Inspector Gadget.
Explains a lot.
What does that mean?
Did you watch the Smurfs?
Yes.
They were great.
I did watch the Smurfs.
Watched a lot of that. The Ghostbusters cartoon was
Rainbow
good. There were
Brite,
so many
Rainbow
great
Brite
ones.
It's coming back. With Starlight, the horse.
Do you know, right now, I'm the same excited as I was when it was on then.
I had some Rainbow Brite moon boots.
Yeah, I bet you did. I bet you did.
I did. Oh, man. I'm stoked.
Are you going to watch it?
Yeah,
No,
probably.
you're not. No, you're not.
Yes,
you will skip over it. You're not watching it.
Yes, why won't I?
Come on.
I will.
No, you won't.
Did you hear the story about the guy in Wells who accidentally threw away 8,000 Bitcoin?
No.
Oh.
This happens from time to time where people, because
I didn't think Bitcoin was a tangible thing.
Well, so what it is you have a blockchain, which is like a special code, if you want to think about it that way.
Okay.
And that special code tells you it's like a password for your wallet where you store your Bitcoin. It's digital, so It is not tangible.
Okay.
But you have to have this code in order to open your wallet to access your Bitcoin or any of your other cryptocurrency. And if you lose that code, there is no retrieving that code.
Okay, so he had 8,000 Bitcoin.
Which is insane.
And he accidentally threw them away in 2013. He is suing the city council in Wales for $647 million, which is what he says that his Bitcoin is worth now.
Right now, Bitcoin is $65,000 per coin. And you said he had how much?
8,000.
He had 8,000 Bitcoin.
Yeah.
So let's just do some quick math here. And it's $65,454.77. Yeah, that's $523 million.
Okay, so he's suing the city for $647 million because that's
pain and suffering.
He wants to assemble a team to excavate the site and find the bag that his hard drive is in at the city dump. He knows roughly where it is, he thinks, but the city says that it'll cost about $13 million to do that. He says, I've secured the funding to be able to do this. Let me do it. And the city is saying, no. No. And then he's even offered to give the city 10% of the Bitcoin once he finds it, or about $50 million. And they
still won't.
And they say no, because digging up that much trash would cause an environmental disaster to the surrounding area, and it could take up to 3 years of digging, plus another year to bury it all again.
Unless he is correct about where it is, in which case it could be a shorter amount of time. But they've got to assess that, and they've got to be able to say, and then the environmental stuff is a big deal, because who knows what you're going to turn over in that soil. I lost my breath.
I know. Are you okay?
I'm fine. Thanks for checking.
Talking about Bitcoin really gets you excited.
It takes my breath away.
He has no plans to stop fighting. He's ready. I mean, if you lost, listen, I've searched for money in garbage before.
Or a lost item.
That was worth a lot of money.
Or
I once dug through the garbage to find a retainer. So
you shouldn't have thrown it away.
I didn't. It got wrapped up in the Christmas wrapping paper.
Why wasn't it in your mouth?
Because it was Christmas morning.
Why wasn't your retainer in your mouth? You had it in your mouth when you came out for Christmas morning, and at some point you took it out to eat a candy, and you didn't put it back in.
I already got this lecture when I was 13 years old. I don't need it again, Dad.
Why wasn't it in your mouth?
I found it. I don't think I did, actually. Because you're probably right. I probably took it out to eat a piece of candy.
I guarantee it. I know you. That's what happened. You're like, I'm going to have this candy. Retainer came out. And then you went, this candy's so good. Then you had your candy. And then you went, I don't know where I put my retainer.
In the garbage.
Maybe.
With all the wrapping paper.
This retainer is so cool.
Well, you better believe my mom made me dig through the trash for that.
And you may or may not have found it.
I don't remember if I did. I don't think that I did. It was a lot of money.
Yeah.
So it was $647 million.
No, it was not.
So I would probably keep fighting for that money too.
Yep. I bet you would.
I saw this question yesterday, and I want to ask it to you.
What's up?
I want to know, what is the craziest thing that you've ever thrown at your sibling? We talked earlier about our siblings. I have two. You have one.
Yeah. I have a younger sister. What is something I've thrown at her?
I threw sawdust at my brother in his face once.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty rude.
I know.
He could have gone blind.
I know. That's what he kept saying over and over.
You think that was his first thought was, I could be blind, Chantel.
We had just chopped down our pine tree, so there was a whole bunch
It was fresh pine dust.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Well, he made me mad.
Oh.
And so I said, I just grabbed a handful of it and I chucked it in his face.
What did he do to make you mad?
I don't know. Probably something dumb.
You remember what you did, but you don't remember why.
No. No, I don't remember what he did.
Do you think he remembers what he did?
I don't know. I bet he doesn't. I bet he would tell you that he did nothing and it was unprovoked.
That's what I'm saying.
It wasn't. He was an older brother. He used to grab me by the legs and yank me off the couch and I'd smack my head on the floor.
Also explains some things.
I know.
I was a good brother. I don't know.
I knew you were going to say this.
No, I don't remember. I'm sure we had battles. We were 3 years apart. We are 3 years apart still to this day. I just don't remember throwing anything at her. I guarantee I did. I'm sure of it.
Did she throw anything at you?
Probably.
What?
I don't know.
Oh, my.
I was a kid a long time ago.
I probably threw like cups of punch at my siblings.
You think you like cup in the face of punch?
No. I was just thinking of things we used to do, and I'm like, maybe I might have done that. Sounds like something I would do.
Like I probably threw laundry. Like, here, take your laundry. Like, I really don't know what I would have done. I don't know. I can't think of like a crate. Like, I don't know. I don't have a good example. I could make something up.
Okay.
I threw a whole package of bologna.
Gross.
I don't know if I did.
In the package.
I doubt
sealed.
it.
No, I don't think you did either. I knew when I saw this question, I go, oh, I'm going to ask this.
Yeah.
But I'm going to ask Josh, and he's going to say, nothing. I didn't do anything.
No,
I've never thrown anything at my sister because I'm
no, I
squeaky
guarantee
clean.
I probably did. I just don't have a good
such
enough memory
a good brother.
of anything like that.
She never would have provoked me to do anything because I'm
I was probably provoked. But I don't remember an instance. That's all.
Oh.
I just have a bad memory.
Just a bad memory.
Yeah.
Or you just forget the parts where it makes you look like the bad guy.
Or maybe I wasn't the bad guy.
My memory only remembers the good things I've ever done.
Maybe I wasn't a bad guy.
I don't think you were a bad guy. Were there instances of you being a jerk brother? Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
You had a lot of cats. Did you throw a cat?
Never.
Oh.
I would not throw a cat. No. No, I did not.
Or she had a mouse once. Didn't she have rats?
She had 2 rats.
Did you ever throw one of those?
No, I didn't throw a rat.
I'm trying to get a good story out of you, Josh.
There's very little. It was a pretty mellow time.
Okay, well.
I spent a lot of time listening to music in my room. I stayed away from everything. I didn't engage. It was easier that way.
You probably threw a card once or twice, or 52 of them.
I guarantee at one point we probably played 52 card pickup, and she learned that she didn't like that game.
No, every brother comes up and says, hey, you want to play a game?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. There was probably some of that like towel whipping. There was some of that, I'm sure.
Yep.
I'm sure. Typical things that you end up doing to somebody. But I don't remember throwing
a cat.
I never threw a cat.
Dang it.
That never happened. Not dang it. Nope.
That would be a good story,
I
is what I'm saying.
never threw a rat.
Well, just a boring
I never
radio.
even threw a party. Did you get it?
No, explain it. Doritos.
What about them?
Is going to open its first restaurant.
What are they going to serve?
Doritos After Dark is what it's called.
Doritos After Dark. What are they doing this in 2 cities, New York and LA, and it's a pop-up shop.
LA only.
And it'll only be open for 2 days.
Mm-hmm. It's housed inside the crypto.com arena. I don't know what they do there.
Sports.
It's only going to be open to ticket holders during scheduled events. Obviously, it's a pop-up shop. You got it. You got it, pal. But what they're doing is like Doritos ramen, Doritos burritos, basically food with Doritos in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it sounds delicious.
So what? Tacos with Doritos?
I said that. Burritos.
I know. I'm asking more.
Tacos. I don't know. But they're using just different flavors of Doritos to add to these different. They're even doing a flamin' hot nacho veggie dumpling. Nacho cheese, Texas style loaded nachos.
The other day you got a taco that had like Doritos and stuff in it. Did it give it the crunch you were looking for?
It's delicious.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah. Have you ever had a sandwich, just a regular turkey sandwich,
absolutely.
And you put your Doritos on it?
Absolutely.
It's so good.
I know.
Doritos kind of just gives everything a little bit more of a boost.
So you want to try out this pop-up shop?
I really do. They're doing that because they have the spicy sweet chili Doritos. And those aren't my favorite.
They're okay.
Doritos, but they have it's a Doritos spicy sweet chili ramen Rito.
That sounds nice.
So it's
ramen Rito.
It's a ramen.
Is there ramen noodles in the burrito?
In a burrito. Yeah.
Ramen's typically wet.
Sounds.
So I'm just curious how they put that in a tortilla.
They probably just strained it out.
But like when we go and have a ramen,
it's crunchy
it's
ramen.
Mostly ramen broth.
Yeah.
Like ramen is wet.
I don't know, dude.
So a ramen burrito, that's an interesting thing.
It kind of sounds good, huh?
I gotta see how you make
They also
that.
have a nacho cheese crunch-tastic vanilla cone. So this is a waffle cone that's dipped in milk chocolate and rolled in nacho cheese Doritos.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about that one either. All the rest of these sound great.
Ramen burrito. They'll really take all the stuff you would have in a bowl of ramen minus the broth. It's wet noodles, and they'll put it in a tortilla.
How about that?
I might want to try a ramen burrito.
I don't.
I feel like as a 40-whatever-year-old man, I should have at this point in my life tried this food mashup.
I don't want to try this.
I had a whole cookbook of ramen recipes. Never did it occur to me, put it in a tortilla.
You can try it, and I'm just going to watch. I'll just watch.
You got to have a bite.
But then...
It's going to be delicious.
It's
got an egg in it?
You got to put your Doritos in it, too.
We'll work on adding Doritos to things later. I just want to try a ramen burrito.
This one has charred corn, scallions, cilantro, ramen, and Doritos.
I'm going to think about that. They make sushi burritos, too.
But the one that I saw a picture of has like an egg in it, because egg you typically find. But it's not a hard-boiled egg. They're hard-boiled when they're in ramen.
No, I know. It depends on which ones you're looking at. Like, I've seen some that have, like, the pork. Like, it looks like the pork you'd get in pork fried rice. But then some of them have a bigger piece of pork or whatever. I think I'm going to make a ramen burrito.
Are you?
It sounds interesting. So thank you for enlightening me about that. Doritos stuff's great. I'm more fascinated by a ramen burrito. So thanks.
I'll try it. Can I have a bite? I don't want a whole thing. I just want a bite of yours.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'm making that tonight.
Are you?
Yes.
Okay.
Not for everybody. I'll just make one.
Yeah, just make one.
And then we can all sample it.
Do we have any ramen noodles?
Of course we do. It's America.
What? How many days until Thanksgiving?
Oh, wow. How many days until Thanksgiving? It is 44 days.
44 days
That is
until
not
Thanksgiving.
Not many days.
Okay.
Halloween is in 16. Christmas is in 71. Yeah.
Butterball.
The turkey?
Has introduced a new Thanksgiving for turkey. It's called... What's it called?
A new Thanksgiving for turkey. What are you saying?
It's called Butterball Cook. And it is a turkey that is mostly marketed for young and beginner cooks. There's no giblets or neck.
Don't need it.
To fill the cavity. Plus, there's no defrosting for 24 hours to get it ready for the oven. It's a small turkey. It is mostly to not, intimidate young cookers.
Okay, they just need to do all turkeys this way anyway.
I know, right?
Because I hate all that other stuff.
Nobody uses the giblets and neck anymore. Nobody.
Oh, I make handmade gravy. Listen, they sell gravy packets now. It's 2024. How to unwrap and prep? I guess you just unzip it, and then you still gotta like get it ready to cook. Then you've got to put it in a pan.
What are you unzipping?
The bag it comes in.
Oh, the bag? The Butterball cook comes in a bag?
Yeah, it comes in a bag.
Okay.
And then you it looks like a rotisserie chicken bag.
Look at you doing more research than me.
Yeah, and then you after you unwrap and prep it, then you get it ready to season, and they've got a whole video on how to season it and make it taste nice. And then they even show you how to check for doneness. So if the little turkey thing pops out.
Come in a bag that's like a rotisserie chicken bag.
Yeah, but it's frozen in there.
Yeah, it's
but
not
you can cook it from frozen. So you don't have to thaw it. Freezer to oven in minutes, and you can have your turkey ready to go. So you don't have to like let it sit in the water bath and all that other weird stuff. You just straight up move it in. That's cool. I'm into it. I like the convenience of it.
And I like smart. That there's no disgusting mess that you have to do.
There's still going to be a bit of a mess.
It's not giblets or neck
No,
mess.
I know. But after you have turkey dinner, you still have to deal with the turkey.
Yeah.
So you're still going to have a little bit of that that you're going to have to deal with that part. But Butterball Cook, that's all I Googled. And
that's how it
up.
is. It's cook from frozen premium whole turkey.
Yeah.
From Butterball. That's what
it is.
Do we know if this is going to be everywhere?
I think it probably. This is a product they are going to put everywhere.
It's a Kroger brand, so it's going to be at like Smith's and Fred Meyer.
They show that they carry Butterball at Albertsons and Walmart, and but it seems like they even have a grocery outlet carries some Butterball stuff. Okay. So you're going to have opportunities to grab yourself
also
the Butterball cooked from frozen to in your mouth turkey.
The Butterball hotline is also going to be available this year.
It usually is. Have you ever called?
No, we should call.
Why? I've never had a turkey emergency.
Let's have a turkey question. Let's come up with a turkey question to ask the turkey experts.
Like what?
1-800-BUTTERBALL.
No,
or
I know the number.
Or you can text.
You can text.
Mm-hmm.
What? There's no reason to call.
I'm not going to call yet. It's too soon. They're probably not staffed yet. But I'm going to think of
Thanks for calling Butterball.
What do I do with the neck? That's what I'll ask.
Shake it at somebody and then throw it in a pot. So gross. That neck is so gross.
We went to a college and career fair last night for our daughter.
But I think you actually found more careers than she did.
I did. I was like, hey.
You're like, I could do that. That would be fun. I could do that. Tell me about that. What? That's a thing? I didn't know. No, it was. There were schools from all over the place.
Schools that I'd never even heard of.
Yeah.
I mean, you had your typicals. ISU was there in a big way. BSU was there.
BSU, Lewis and Clark, CSI, CEI.
Utah State.
All the people you'd expect to see. Utah State, U of U, BYU. Like everybody you'd expect to see in attendance. And then about 50 or 60 other schools, I have no idea what you are.
Some of them I've heard of before, but there were a few I was like, what do you do? What do you do?
Yeah. Where are you at? Iowa?
I actually did. There is something that I found that I might be more interested in pursuing.
I think you should check it out.
Because as a college dropout.
Aren't we all?
That's me.
I mean,
no, you didn't. You finished.
Okay, no. I went to a technology institute. I was going into electronics engineering, and I withdrew from that program after 3 months. Mm-hmm. So I dropped out of that school. And then I found radio school, which is what I wanted to do anyway, and should have just been there originally. But that's neither here nor there. I dropped out of the actual college to go to the radio school that I got my certificate from.
There you go.
That so isn't required to be able to work in this industry.
Clearly not, because I don't have a radio
That's what I'm saying.
certificate.
Right.
Clearly.
So anyway, you're gonna pursue a schooling?
I am considering it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look into it a little bit more and see if that's something that we saw the sign at the school, and I said, tell me. And I went to subtly reach for a paper that had more information about it.
Subtly.
And she started talking, the woman behind the
table
at the school started talking to Emery, and I said, oh, no. This would be for me.
Yeah, I'm really interested in this.
This would be for this old woman.
I'm curious to know tuition costs and a few other things. I think it's a very interesting idea. When you saw the sign, you went, that would be so satisfying. Like, that would be great. Like, I think I'd really enjoy that. Well, go get the info then.
Also, something that when I was graduated and thinking about career paths I wanted to take, that was never on my radar. And then you've lived. You've figured out some things. You think that might be interesting. It might be interesting.
And it might.
We'll
so
see.
You're going to have to check it out.
I'm going to do some information, and I might have a new career up my sleeve.
Who knows? You crazy career shifting lady. Let's see what happens.
I'm so wild.
I know. Would you rather this or that?
Would you rather be turned into a vampire or turn into a werewolf?
Did you say vampire?
Vampire?
Van?
No.
Van.
I said vam.
Vamp?
Vampire.
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 A vampire.
A
Would
vampire.
I rather be turned into a vampire or a werewolf?
Yeah. So at midnight, you either turn into a vampire or you turn into a werewolf.
That's not how werewolves work. Werewolves only transform on full moons. So I've got to do a little bit of research.
What research are you doing?
There are typically 12 full moons in a year, typically. So there's pretty much one a month. So I would transform 12 times a year. Or only be able to come out at night. I'm taking the werewolf.
And sleep in a coffin.
That's a choice.
And you'd have to eat.
Werewolf. I'm doing the werewolf thing. Oh, it's werewolf. I've made my decision.
Well, with that logic, I'm going to go with werewolf too.
Yeah, I bet you will.
You do all the research, and then I go, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I know. That's how the game goes. That's why I like to make you pick first, because then you just go, I'm picking vampire. And I go, okay, why? And you go, I don't know, because of teeth. And I go, okay.
Because they have better capes.
Because you can say, blah, blah, blah.
They live forever.
They are eternal.
And
how long does a werewolf live?
I don't know. If you're a vampire, if you're a Twilight vampire, then you sparkle.
Oh, boy. The average life expectancy is over 5 centuries. You live forever as a werewolf,
As a werewolf, too?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's rare due to their violent and deadly lifestyles, though. But werewolves can live to be over 500 years old. So,
violent and deadly lifestyle.
Yeah, I mean, they're crazy. They're crazy out there.
What if you were a vampire, and what if you were a werewolf and I was a vampire? Could we make our marriage work?
I don't know. I haven't watched enough Twilight to know the answer to that.
Get on it. Do some research.
I don't think I will.
Twilight research,
Josh.
Nah.
I'm good. I don't know what to do with the information, but I'm going to share it because Simon Holland is a British professor, and he is promising a major announcement regarding extraterrestrial life in the coming weeks.
Whoa.
What?
What does that mean?
Well, he has collaborated with NASA on a variety of projects, and he says that an alien civilization has been found in our galaxy and will be confirmed very soon in what he believes will be the biggest announcement in the history of the world.
Whoa.
I know. I know. He suggests that the announcement could coincide with the election, so we'll all stay tuned. I don't know what that has to do with anything. But aliens? Aliens? What? I don't know.
When do we find out? Does he say?
In a couple of weeks.
Stay tuned, but he doesn't give us a date?
Just saying.
What are you saying?
Huge alien announcement could happen within weeks. But as Professor says, quote, we have found it.
What?
I don't know.
You know that I hate when people do this. If you have something to tell me, just tell me. Don't say, oh, I have something to tell you, but I'm going to tell you in a couple of weeks.
Well, get in touch with Professor Simon Holland.
I will, because this is nonsense. Simon.
Here's what he said. He said, we have found a non-human extraterrestrial intelligence in our galaxy, and people don't know about it.
We do now.
The news may come within the next month to coincide with the U.S. election. Why? Just do it now. He claims that astronomers with the Oxford-based project have identified clear evidence of transmissions from another world. They found evidence of non-human technology signatures a few years ago, and using this different telescope in Austria, they've been able to continue the research, and they had a bunch of money from a couple different people, including Mark Zuckerberg. And I'm just telling you what it says. And now he says we found it.
Okay. Here's what I know about aliens.
What do you know about aliens? That they're pronounced aliens?
Aliens. I said aliens.
Sure you did.
Don't come into contact with them because they burrow under your skin and then they explode from your guts.
Oh, is that right? That's one kind. Yeah. What's another kind?
Well, they make you ride a bike and then your bike starts to fly.
Sure. Okay. What other kind?
Those are my only two aliens.
What about the ones in Signs?
Oh, and in Men in Black.
Lots of different aliens in Men in Black. Lots of different ones.
Mm-hmm. I already know everything.
Some of them like
sugar
water.
Sugar water. Edgar, your skin is hanging off your bones.
Is this better? All right.
That's it.
That's all I know.
That's all we know.
They found aliens.
We already knew that, though.
No, but they found it.
What?
I don't know yet.
Don't touch it.
we found it. Okay.
Don't touch it.
That's going to do it for today's show. Hope you have a great rest of your Tuesday. We'll be back tomorrow morning if you missed any of the show or if you want to listen again, or maybe you're not able to listen until later in the day, but you're somehow listening right now in passing. You can listen to the whole show without the music, without the commercials, just us talking for an hour or so. It's a pretty great thing.
Boy.
I know. You're welcome. You're welcome. It's Wake Up Classy 97, the podcast. It's available everywhere you listen to podcasts. So Apple, Spotify, Amazon, YouTube Music, wherever it is that you listen to podcasts, you can find Wake Up Classy 97, the podcast. And we're also on YouTube. So check out our YouTube channel. Watch our stuff. We got shorts.
La-di-da-di-da.
I know. And they're supposed to be making it so you can upload longer YouTube shorts. They've only been limited to a minute. Mm-hmm. They're supposed to go up to 3 minutes now as of today.
Oh.
So they're calling them YouTube Pants.
No,
really. Not YouTube. Creators. People that make internet stuff.
Are calling them YouTube Pants.
Yeah, because they're longer than shorts.
Then they should be called capris or pedal pushers. YouTube pedal pushers.
That's too much.
No.
It's because they're called shorts.
Yeah, I know.
So it's one word. Pants.
Pedal pushers.
Too long.
And now I'm going to call it that forever.
Follow us on socials. Subscribe on YouTube. Thanks for listening to the show. We'll be back tomorrow.
Happy Tuesday.
All right. See ya. Thanks for listening to Wake Up Classy 97, the podcast. If you enjoy the show, please share, subscribe, and rate the podcast. Wake Up Classy 97 is hosted by Josh and Chantel Tyler and is a production of Riverbend Media Group. For more information or to contact the show, visit riverbendmediagroup.com.